Howdy, I'm Alex Delape. I'm the president of Texas A&M Esports. I'm a sport management major, class of 2024. My typical duties is helping put together the team that is running this organization, and secondly, working with the university at different levels to try to bring our players more resources to succeed.
So what I do with Texas A&M Esports is I like to consider myself a jack of all trades, but I manage a lot of our actual administration teams. I work alongside Shreya and Naomi to make sure our competitive scene and our operations are running smoothly, while also bringing in more people to be a part of those teams and assist in all the interviewing and everything like that.
Howdy, my name is Shreya Suresh. I'm a finance major and computer science minor here at Texas A&M. And within Texas A&M Esports, my role is the vice president of operations and also the director of social media. What I do is basically talk to the people who are in charge of the different departments of our officer team. So that goes from finance, social media, event coordination, and content management. And I basically just make sure all of our internal projects are on track. And as the director of social media, I make sure that all of our events are posted well on our social media, and I'll respond to DMs of people asking about tryouts and connect them with the right people.
Okay, howdy, my name's Naomi. I am a current senior here at Texas A&M University. I have a communications major with a psychology minor, and I am also the vice president of competitive for Texas A&M Esports.
Meow, 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 meow.
My 3 words I chose were cohesive, confident, and crazy. Absolutely crazy.
3 words I chose to describe the organization would be collaborative, innovative, and underdog.
Really chronically online.
Yeah, I would say competitive, good, best.
Texas A&M Esports is the home of esports here at this university that represents this organization in all competitive titles for collegiate as well as the community for just passions of games.
Yeah, it's basically like a home for both casual and competitive gamers, like you said, and it's very welcoming, and it can be very competitive both with like other universities and within our own like teams as well.
Esports is the home of esports at Texas A&M. We take both casual and competitive gamers and trying to bring everyone together who has that same passion to share that with one another and make friends that way. But we also compete. We put our name out there to go against some of the best in the collegiate scene, and we win.
We kind of got everything, but it's really just a place for everyone to connect with each other. It's really a different experience to be able to talk with people that you play games with about like classes or on-campus events. It's definitely an amazing community of gamers who are very inclusive. We do have like that competitive spirit, so I think that's something that sets TAMU Esports apart.
I would think that the Macy's facility is at least actually being built. Maybe not finished, I don't know how long those usually take, but maybe that's actually built. Maybe we get scholarships now,
In 5 years, I hope and aim for Texas A&M Esports to be known as Destination Esports Texas. That if you're growing up in the state of Texas and you're going to high school, you're going to want to come to Texas A&M to continue in esports.
How many years?
2023, 1, 2, 3, 5. Add that to 3. That's 8.
2028.
Because we ate.
What's 5 plus 3?
8.
I think in 8 years, definitely, I see us more recognized by the university. Maybe we have like scholarships going. I definitely see like a lot of people seeing TAMU Esports as the place to go if you want to go pro in whatever game it is that you're playing. So it's kind of like the reputation that some colleges like Fisher has or Maryville. I also hope that more people on campus are familiar with TAMU Esports at that time. We'll hopefully have a facility by then, and we'll be able to hold more on-campus events just to get our name out there.
Yeah, so in 5 years, I'm going to go for the long shot here. We will have a facility. We will be recognized by the university. They're going to know who we are. We're definitely going to have more wins than the football team. That's all I'm saying.
If I were to go pro in any game, it's going to be 2. I would love to go pro in League of Legends and be a support. Gotta love some Seraphine, some Nami, a little bit of Nautilus in there. Or honestly, Halo, my first true love.
Mine's like not one of the actual competitive games we have, but I would love to go pro in DBD. Love Dead by Daylight. Maybe a little bit of Survivor, maybe like play Huntress. But out of the games we do support, I'd probably go pro in Valorant.
I feel like Pierce and I have different problems. He plays too many games that he can't choose. I don't play very very many games. I would have to go with Valorant. I think just competitively, it's the most fun game to watch. Just being able to have that experience of playing on stage with my fellow peers would be an amazing experience.
So I play Overwatch. I would not go pro in it. I would definitely go pro in CS or something. I would never go pro in Overwatch. That game's awful.
I will say that a lot of our players are obviously playing out of complete passion and not because we pay them. However, I feel like if we did have scholarships and those opportunities to help pay for players, I feel like not only would their passion even skyrocket even more, but they would be able to dedicate enough time to hone their skills, not just play with the skill set they already have.
If our university were able to provide resources one day, I would love to see what a little difference it would make if our players are competing on the same scale that the schools we compete with on the daily, instead of our players relying and praying that their internet connections at their apartment complexes are going to pull them through the length of that match, or if their hardware is going to go ahead and last through that match. Instead of universities they're competing against have dedicated spaces with dedicated equipment, dedicated wired connections, to where that's the least of their worries. With everything our organization and our teams are achieving without those things, I could only imagine where they could go with them.
Jimbo money. I think just having more funding for our players to support them, whether they're going to LANs or whether we're hosting stuff on campus, it would just be a really great way to get our name out there more and get our players more recognition.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we have some of the best players that most universities will never see. We can't get them out there unless we have a way to do it and an avenue to do it. And I think we can also make these players 10 times better with proper coaching and all those things that most players at other schools are getting. If we had coaches that were here every single day, those players would probably improve at rates that we've never seen before. Anything to help our players out and make them succeed.
My esports journey is a little interesting. I played a couple seasons for Houston's City League of Legends team, and then I came back to College Station to work for Cellucor to help develop a line of esports supplements, working with Texas A&M Esports at that time. After that, I stopped working for a little bit and decided to go ahead and dive into Blinn College's esports program when they announced they were starting their inaugural season and competed in League of Legends. I only had 1 year of eligibility that I could play there, and that led me to coming back to Texas A&M. And at Texas A&M, from the jump, it's just been how to expand the esports program here.
My esports journey, I guess, started really in high school. Honestly, a lot sooner than that. I wanted to go pro and play on a stage when I was younger. And so in high school, I finally started an esports team at my school, and that was awesome, which it's still going to today. They have more PCs than us currently. But anyways, I ended up going to Blinn for a year. I played on their varsity Overwatch team there, which was fantastic, and honestly would help me even get into the position I'm in today, because I learned so much about the industry that I would have never known beforehand. And then once I got to A&M, my big goal, I knew they didn't have any sort of facilities, scholarships, anything like that. So when I got here, the first thing I wanted to make sure that we got that same treatment that Blinn got, and that those other schools that I was competing against were also getting. I saw the application for, I think, social media junior officer. I applied for it, and that's kind of what began my uprising, and then I worked my way up the ranks, and now I'm here.